Alright, I don't like the lighting, but hey, here we are. Uh, it's a special edition video. In case you didn't know, today is April 26th, 2018, which means, for people who like movies and geek culture, there's a movie event, the biggest one of the year. And it's going down technically tonight, and then officially tomorrow. It's the weekend. It's like a holiday weekend. Marvel, Avengers, Infinity War. I got my Batman shirt. I'm ready. Wait, what?
Wow.
Did you get that reference? Anyway, so here we are. This is not a review because we didn't see it yet. Because technically, I guess we could be going to see it tonight, but we're not. We're not going to be seeing it till Sunday. So what this is going to be is a preview video that I've been dying to do for a couple, I don't know, probably months. But it's almost good that it happened now because there's been so many things that have happened, since over the last month. Really, since Black Panther came out. So there's like new stuff to actually consider. So we're just going to talk about no real format and no real plan. I just had some things I want to talk about and discuss. Just because, you have to do something when it's like 10 years of movies in the making, 18 movies. Yeah, 18 movies in 10 years. And it's all coming down to Thanos coming for the stones, baby. So, also, I'll be sharing this. I have a new video channel. It's called Soul of a Nerd, which is going to be my little personal channel. So this is going to be on the daddy-daughter reviews and Soul of a Nerd. So basically it's like just in general, like, what are your feelings like knowing that we're going to go see this movie in just 2.5 days?
I don't even know. Like, there's like a lot of, I don't want to say fear, like, I'm scared this movie could just be crappy, which I highly doubt that, but there's always just that underlying fear of what if it's not a good movie, I feel like. And then there's also just like sadness, because I'm anticipating people dying, but then I'm happy because it's a new Marvel movie where you get to see everybody all together. So, like, I've got a lot of jumbled emotions going on right now. But you know what? That all boils down to just me being excited, so.
It's funny you say that because we're actually coming live from the daughter's bedroom. So this is an honor, you know what I'm saying? We're in her top flight studio here.
In my royal
with her
kingdom room.
Can't even see it. Her
Five Nights at Freddy's poster.
And stuff.
There we go.
We got, One Punch Man is over here, but y'all can't see that. Anyway, it's funny you say that though, because if I'd have made this video,
more posters.
Of course, if I'd have made this video 3 weeks ago, I actually was gonna say that. Like, there was part of me that was worrying this movie wasn't actually gonna be good. I was just like, because the funny thing is, and again, I'm not saying this as a complaint. I think it's actually genius that they have managed to get this to this point, and most people don't know really anything about the movie, like nothing that's really concrete. So, like, part of me just like, we don't even know anything. Like, what if it's not good? Like, there was this thought that came in my mind. Not like what if it's not good, but like what if it's just they tried too much? Yeah, underwhelming, and they tried to do too much. Because Marvel, again, in my opinion,
they can't do no wrong.
They haven't made a bad movie. They've made movies I like more than others, definitely, but none of these MCU movies have been bad. So I wasn't really worried about that. But kind of like, in other words, for comparing, like, for them, it could have been like what Batman vs Superman was for DC, for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was disappointing. Like, I can't even say Justice League was disappointing, because by the time Justice League came, I really didn't have any expectations. But Batman vs Superman, I had high expectations. So anyway, and that's where their little downfall started. So I was just like, eventually Marvel's got to hit something where it's just like, maybe this was a little too much we tried to do with this movie, and all these characters, you know, like what if it just is too much? So quickly, you know, from watching, well, what happened was as they got closer to the day of release, they had a premiere on Monday. So like the press in Hollywood had a big premiere, and they started to have little reactions, and really it was just like that pretty much killed all of that worry. Like it already has like a 90% Rotten Tomatoes. People are saying it's just the best movie that Marvel's made, which that's another thing. It's like part of me was thinking, in a way, shouldn't this have to be their best movie ever? Wouldn't it be a disappointment if it's not the best movie they ever made?
If it's not,
and
I'm not watching the fourth one.
Well, I've been wrestling around with that. At one time, I was saying, by force, it almost has to be their best movie. But then I had to think about it. I mean, that's not fair. I mean, every movie you make additional doesn't have to be better than the one before. It just seems like, well, come on, it's supposed to be based on what they're saying. Why it should. Heck, you got Black Panther, as good as that was. Why wouldn't this be the best movie that they've ever made? But, you know, again,
it is swollen. I just like to say that.
We'll put ice on it. You know, I had to bring myself back down to earth and say, that's not even fair. I mean, it does not have to, just for the record, my MCU top 5, I'm just going to say that, is, because this is how I judge Marvel movies now, because they've been so good, you just start saying, okay, is this making the top 5? Because that's where your measuring stick begins. So for me, it's still Avengers from 2012, Civil War, now it's Black Panther. If you saw our Black Panther review, he actually jumped into number 3. Winter Soldier, which was number 3 for a long time, actually it was number 2 until Civil War came out. That's 4, right? And then 5 is Ragnarok, Thor Ragnarok, with the Age of Ultron a close 6, which a lot of people. I watched Age of Ultron again, by the way, just a couple days ago, because I've been doing my lead up thing, watching some of these movies again, the ones that I think really, you know, more connected. Age of Ultron is good. I mean, other than some of the corny jokes that they really could have left out in the Hulk Black Widow romance. Seeing this movie for like the 8th time still annoys me. It just didn't work. But it's cool. You know, it's past. I think they're going to touch on that in the movie, but it's going to be, you know,
that was so funny.
They're going to move on with
that. Do the lullaby thing with him.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So, but yeah, you know, it made me really appreciate Age of Ultron a little bit better. Even the character Ultron, like, I mean, I thought he was good. I mean, I always thought he was a good villain, but like even more, I'm like, yeah, can't nobody tell me he wasn't no good villain. But anyway. So that's my top 5. So, you know, to me, it's like, it should be better than Age of Ultron. Because like I said, Age of Ultron had a lot of flaws. So you ought to be able to beat that. But I'm going to be honest, if it's not better than Civil War, or better than the first Avengers, or better than Black Panther, you know, I really won't be mad, because those are the only 3 movies I've given perfect 10s in an MCU, by the way, also. Because remember, that was a debate for me to give Black Panther a 9 or 9.5 to 10. I saw it, you know, after I've seen it a few times, it is a 10 for me. I can't help it. So, you know, whereas like Winter Soldier is a 9, the first Iron Man is a 9. Dang, I might have messed up, because yeah, that's
how dare you?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
How
that bumps
dare you?
Everything back. You're right. The first Iron Man is number 5. Yeah, Ragnarok is 6. I do still like the first Iron Man better than Thor Ragnarok. Yeah, the first Iron Man is still a 9. Even in 2000, even 10 years later, that's still a 9 for me. So, and I guess I would expect it to be better than that movie. So I guess it should at least be rated a 9 to 9.5 for me, or a 10. And again, I'm just kind of expecting it's gonna be, but what if it isn't? So basically, all of this is to say, I don't really see how the movie's gonna be disappointing. I don't see how it's not gonna be good. So I don't know why I let that little, you know what I'm saying, seed of doubt creep up in my mind in the first place. You know, the devil's a liar, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, come on, this movie's not going to be, I mean, it's going to be good. It's going to be epic. And then you see in like the reaction, the people, their little social media reactions, they're saying it's like, it's epic. They're saying like, you're going to leave the theater like all just, your mind blown, discombobulated. People talking about they just couldn't even take in everything that happened. It was too much, you know, in a good way.
That means we gotta see this like 5 times.
So, Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if I go back later on. I mean, we're seeing it on Sunday morning, so I wouldn't be surprised if I went back later that day in the afternoon to catch another matinee show. In all seriousness, it could happen. You think I'm playing? Shoot, man. So, at another theater, but so, that's so now I just feel like, yeah, I'm not really worried about that part of it. But yeah, like you said, it's kind of butterflies. I've been off and on actually realizing that this weekend has finally come. I mean, they moved it up a week. It was originally supposed to be next Friday. So it's just like, it's kind of crazy to think here it is finally.